Moreno, and this is why I am still single. And this is why I am still single, Miriam Moreno.
Are you Mr. Right? Are you Mr. Right? I've had it with blind dating. You know why? Because all I get is a bunch of Mr. Wrongs. Good evening, everyone. Blind dating has created more awkward moments than a family reunion. Not to mention when you finally meet your date, the disappointment when he looks more like Quasimodo than the Brad Pitt you were hoping for. Being single is good. My only complaint is how annoying it is when friends, acquaintances, and even strangers suddenly become your self-appointed matchmakers. And they usually say something like, I have a single friend who's very nice. Ladies, when you hear that, proceed with caution. Because that's usually maybe nice personality, but zero in the looks department. I'm attracted to men who are good listeners. That's why when my matchmaker set me up with Dan, a blind date, whose ears were as big as Dumbo's, I didn't mind. After all, you know what they say about men with big ears, that they can fly you all over the city. No, really. That they have exceptional listening skills. During our date, we had a 3-hour conversation. Actually, it was more like a 3-hour monologue. He did all the talking, and I did all the listening. Yes, with my tiny little ears. He turned out to be the power talker of the century, on steroids. He reminded me of the Energizer Bunny that just kept on going and going nonstop. What a waste of big ears. But soon after that, my friend called me up again, wanting to set me up on another blind date, this time with Bob. He said that Bob was good looking, but with a big head. I said, good looking, big ego attitude, no problem. I can handle him. I said, When Bob came to my house to pick me up, I opened the door. Whoa! My friend was being literal. This guy did have a huge round head. Not a big ego or attitude as I thought I had imagined. But you know what? I miss positivity. So I said, big head, big brains. Not so. During the dinner, all this guy wanted to talk about was Donald Trump's hair, tight underwear, even toenail fungus. How romantic, huh? At the end, though, we butted heads. And with that big melon, guess who came out ahead? After those 2 dates, I was done with blind dating. That is, until my persistent little friend called me up again, wanting to set me up with his friend, Mickey. And he said, Miriam, the third time is the charm. I must have been temporarily insane because I actually agreed to go on a date with Mickey. Well, how could I not? He described Mickey as being tall, buff, strong. Oh, and a member of the law enforcement community. A field that I am attracted to. Actually, I'm attracted to the man in that field. I wanted to go big on this date, so I had my beehive hairdo, makeup. I think I even whitened my yellow teeth. And when I got to the restaurant at Union Station where I was meeting Mickey, I kicked in my sexy walk. And when I got to the booth where Mickey was waiting for me, whoa, I couldn't believe my eyes. He looked exactly the way my friend had described him. Lucky, huh? But then Mickey spoke. He said, "Hello, Miriam, how are you?" "Hello, Miriam, how you doing?" This time, I couldn't believe my ears. That such a squeaky, mousy voice was coming from such a big, husky guy. Thought I was talking to Mickey Mouse. But you know what? Despite my disappointment, I stayed. What really bothered me is that during dinner, he wouldn't stop talking about two things: his big salary and his law enforcement career. Turned out that he's a security guard at the local mall. So much for law enforcement. And when the check came, he's like, "Oops, I forgot my wallet at my mother's house." What a classic excuse. You know what? He had the lobster, I had the salad. And not only that, he even ordered takeout for his mother. What a winner. It was then that I decided to go back to my true love, the love of my life. The one with blue eyes, hairy chest, Fabio, my cat. That's him now. Must be fitting time. Contest master.